this point to introduce our speaker for the day. Today, we shall be hearing from a woman who has scaled several barriers to redefine womanhood, and she is Ifeoma Tete Mbuk. Ifeoma holds a master's certificate in human resource management from Cornell University, an Ivy League institution in Ithaca, New York, United States. She is an alumnus of the George Business School, University of Cambridge, United Kingdom, having completed an intensive executive education in managing customer relationships. Additionally, she holds a Master's of Business Administration degree in management from the University of Lagos and a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Benin. Ifeoma is an associate of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and member of Society for Human Resource Management, United States. She started her professional career with United Bank for Africa, UBA, where she managed several portfolios in retail banking, process engineering, commercial and institutional banking. She is an experienced manager and a seasonal professional with respected integrity. Driven by a sincere passion to build, repair, and strengthen the customer service industry, in 2009, Ifeoma founded YFY Consulting, a service-oriented consulting firm. Prior to assuming her current position as CEO of YFY Consulting, she had a stint at the British Deputy High Commissions as head of customer service. She has been exposed to courses and seminars in customer relationship management locally and abroad, and has written many articles in same subject area. Some of her write-ups have been quoted in Joanna Brandy's Customer Care Coach, Calvin Stay's Amazing Service magazines, and in-house training sessions. She is a customer care consultant, a published author, writer, trainer, and business advisory specialist. Her book, titled A Handbook of Customer Service Quotes, has been well received in the market. She was also a consumer affairs columnist for Allure magazine of the Vanguard newspaper. To hone her people management skills, Ifeoma had extensive exposure at the Human Resource Division of Chevron Nigeria Limited. She is also a mentor alumni of the Cherry Blay Foundation for Women. Ifeoma is a strategic partner of Joanna Brandy Incorporated, United States, and holds the exclusive rights in Nigeria and West Africa to teach and sell the Customer Care Coach, a self-paced comprehensive course leading to the mastery in the art and science of exquisite customer care. By developing talents, enlightening the public, and providing business consulting services in customer care and people management, she is confident that her aspiration to improve service efficiency in her country will be realized through her efforts in establishing YFY. Ifeoma sits on the board of Pipeline Repairs Limited as executive director. She is married and blessed with children. Now, with joy in our hearts, join me as I make welcome our speaker, Ifeoma Tete Mbuk. Thank you. Ma, you have the floor.
So can you hear me now?
Yes, Ma, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Thank you so much for that beautiful intro. I'm equally excited to be here speaking with my fellow women. Before I go on, I'd like to ask a very simple question. How many of us here are women? If you're a woman, can you just raise your hand? I want to know the audience I'm speaking to. Okay. We also welcome men because we collaborate with men. They are also worthy partners. So we welcome them in our midst.
I see one man has joined us, Ma.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. I'm excited that there's a man here. Now, I'll just go straight to our discussion this evening. I want you to imagine a world where womanhood is redefined, where every individual can thrive, and where diversity is celebrated. That will be a world that respects inclusivity, equal opportunities, and fairness to all. In many African countries, women are seen as primarily guardians of their children, primarily responsible for household management and domestic related, roles. This often leads to early marriages, limitations in education, limitations in economic opportunities, underrepresentation in leadership roles, sexual exploitation and violence, workplace discrimination, salary disparities, gender stereotypes, family laws and practices, and discrimination in property rights and inheritance. Now, I ask you, what does womanhood mean to you? What does womanhood mean to you? Is it strength? Is it resilience? Is it vulnerability? Is it defined by societal expectation or personal empowerment? We will look at womanhood from the societal and cultural perspectives, as well as the struggles women go through and the triumphs they have achieved as well. And we're going to spotlight some women who have made us proud and who should be our role models. Now, I'd like to share my slides. If Equitas is there, let her share my slides. Thank you.
Yes, I am, ma. Immediately.
Okay. I just want to talk about womanhood. What do we understand by womanhood? And I have a definition I have taken my time to put together. And that is that womanhood is a vibrant, multi-layered, and dynamic representation of women's lives. And it encompasses influences shaped by different experiences that come her way as she navigates the journey of life, her home, as wife and mother, her business, and her Christian values. Womanhood is a medley of richness and beauty, strength, resilience. A woman symbolizes power and fierceness, boldness, confidence. Womanhood is a celebration of the dynamic and natural gift of women. By their very nature, women are magical, they are responsible, they are focused, they are bold, they are dependable, they are respectful, they are enterprising, they are accommodating, they are visible, yet gentle, fair, and kind. Next slide, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Redefining womanhood. What do we understand by redefining womanhood? Redefining womanhood means challenging and expanding traditional ideas
in the Bible
about the woman for a more inclusive, equitable, and deeper understanding of what it actually means to be a woman. Challenging and expanding traditional ideas. Sometimes our society expects us to behave in a certain way, as I enumerated earlier on. We are seen as people who should only bear children and stay in the house with limited education, with limited economic opportunities, inadequate access to education. But is that where we want to be? So these are some of the challenges that are confronting us as women. the world is growing at a very fast pace. And the world is not waiting for anyone. So the women, to be able to redefine themselves, they have to rise to that occasion. They have to learn to defy societal expectations that limit their potentials. We're expecting 45 people on this call, but I can see, as at right now, I can see only 12 people. What is holding the rest back? When they're coming to learn about, a topic that talks about them, where they're going to pick up one or two nuggets to help themselves, move from where they are and nearer to where they want to be. So we need to learn, as one of those challenges we have as women, which is promoting inclusive representation in leadership and decision making. How are we going to challenge this barrier? How are we going to leap above this struggle? I know that to date in our country, Nigeria, we do not have women as governors. Probably the highest they have gone in terms of partisan politics is deputy governor. And it did not even endure. Does it mean that because we're women, we're not capable? Why is it that we have not been given the chance or the opportunity to be what God has created us to be? We're also going to look at the biblical women and see whether God, restricted them from being what he created them to be. We also need to recognize diversity and achievement. It doesn't really care where you come from. It doesn't even, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. We should be able to spread our tentacles. We should be able to reach out to people from different geographical, background, from different demographics. We should be able to learn one or two things from other people. It could be even the way you cook. Maybe you can learn the way the Mexican people cook their own coconut rice, not just the way you cook your own. And then you introduce that in your restaurant if you run a restaurant. Your customers may prefer the Mexican version of jollof rice, of coconut rice, for instance. And if that works for them, why not? You're a business person. You give them what they want and make your own money. But if you decide to do it only the way you know it, you can't grow. If your friends are only people from your village, you can't grow. So you need to reach out to other people. You have to expand your circle of influence, not just with women, but also with men. Within boundaries, because we are responsible people. There is also the element of fear. We seem to be very fearful. And sometimes we have doubts in our mind about our capability. So I just want to use the opportunity to say that if you do not step out to do something, you won't be able to conquer that fear. You need to rise from where you are and make an effort. And gradually, you're able to conquer that fear and be able to live better and redefine yourself. I've talked a little bit about networking and mentorship. We need to reach out to people who have been there so we can learn one or two positive things from them. When there's several societies you can join. You have societies in the church. You have your alumni to also join. You have people, within the community and elsewhere that you can reach out to support you. I have my mentors too, who I reach out to get ideas from. So it's very, very important because the challenges are there. And the challenges are not actually only for women, but we are talking women today. So you need to, take a leap of faith and step out from your comfort zone and reach out to ideas that will make you be a better person. Next slide, please. So what are the qualities of a redefined woman? What are the expectations when you see yourself as I am now redefined? What do we expect to see? We want to see a courageous woman, somebody who is able to express herself, somebody who is not afraid to lend her voice, somebody who is unstoppable in pursuing her dreams, somebody who is redesigning or designing her own path. We should be able to uplift other women, not destroy them. We need to be able to encourage them, build capacity, help them, love them, care for them profoundly. It's often said that two heads are better than one because you don't know it all. It's only when you reach out that you get this information. You know those things those issues or those problems that you need solutions to. You need to reach out. But in doing all this, I do not want you to diminish yourself in order to make other people comfortable. Don't do that. Now you have to show resilience, the strength to rise above adversity, to intentionally heal your hurts so that you emerge stronger, wiser, more radiant, and successful. We are in a world where we keep struggling with issues of our economy, for instance, our own country. We all know our own country. Things have become so difficult that we have resorted to pinching and economizing to be able to feed our families and do other things. And the money is never enough. But we have to look around ourselves and say to us, if other people are succeeding, why wouldn't I succeed? But this being successful in this case is being successful in a responsible way. Look around you. Some people started their restaurants from their kitchens. Is there any additional service that I can provide that can earn money for me and my family? Think about that. Is there any trade that I need to go and learn? How do I improve on my present business? This business is giving me money, but I need to do it even better. So let's also, a redefined woman is authentic. She's unique. She's dependable. She's trustworthy. So these questions are for us. Are we trustworthy? Can somebody really depend on us? Do we have integrity? That thing we say we are going to do we really do them? Or we say something else in public and then go behind and do another thing? We have to be empathetic. Put yourself in the shoes of others. Sometimes a woman needs help. And I don't want us to see help only as money. That's not the only help you can give somebody. You can give somebody help by advising the person. It's often said that women don't like to help one another. It is not true. It is not true. I think what is important for us to understand that we need to help one another in order to grow. If you think women don't help one another, it means we are still in that age that you need to redefine yourself as a woman. That was in the past, not in the present. So we have to acknowledge and validate other women, even if we don't agree with their ideas. Give them opportunity to speak out, give them opportunity to share their own opinions without fear of anybody doubting them, of anybody laughing at them, or anybody, giving them some kind of sanction because they have shared their views. So let's go to the next slide. Now, this is a spotlight on a fellow Nigerian woman. I decided to do a spotlight on two Nigerian women because most of us here are Nigerians. And most of us here are homegrown Nigerians. So I do not want to come and put a white woman here and tell you how she has been able to redefine herself. So we have to go back home and look at our own person, our own Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She has achieved many firsts. Her biography is like a small textbook. She's the first female, first African, first Nigerian to be the DG of the World Trade Organization. You know what that means. She was trained as an economist and an international development expert who became the first Nigerian and first African national to head the World Trade Organization. She's a trailblazer in her career. She has held distinguished positions in the Nigerian government, the World Bank, and global multilateral institutions, showcasing her expertise and leadership abilities. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala has broken barriers. As the first woman to lead the WTO, she sent a strong signal that equality between men and women can be achieved, paving the way for you and I, and for future generations of women in leadership roles. She's not there because she is not qualified. She's not there because she knew people that helped her. Remember that some governments were against her, but she kept fighting. She kept campaigning. She kept reaching out. Someone actually sent me a message and said, why must it be her all the time? And I said, because she's qualified. That's why, and she believes in herself. She has the capacity to perform as a DG of WTO. And in the end, she won. Okonjo-Iweala has been a force for gender equality, economic development, sustainable financing, and anti-corruption, using her platform to address structural gender imbalances in the economy. I personally know some women that she has groomed, talking about women not helping other women. She has groomed so many women, and you know some of them, and it's not right for me here to come and start mentioning their names. So she supports other women. She has a leadership philosophy. Her approach to leadership emphasizes the importance of inclusion, diversity, and empowering women, demonstrating that womanhood can encompass intellectual curiosity, professional excellence, and groundbreaking achievements. Are you aware that she recently turned 70 years? Are we aware of that? Are we also aware that her tenure has been extended?
Wow.
Because he is performing. So we should be proud to have a Nigerian like that. You should be very proud to be associated with such a woman. Such a woman should be our role model. She's not afraid to be an African. Look at her dressing. That's her brand. Look at her dressing all the time. Do you know the sort of heads of state that she wines and dines with? She's never afraid to be a true African woman. Look at her. Always in her Ankara fabric. Sure of herself. She doesn't care what you feel because she's got it up there. So she can flaunt it with pride. She has been able to redefine herself as a woman by lending her voice in the global marketplace. And that is what I want each and every one of us to aspire to do. Next slide, please.
Is this the right one, ma?
Yeah, this is the right one, but go to the next one.
Okay.
Yes. Another woman I want us to look at her performance is the newly appointed first female again, GMD stroke CEO of Zenith Bank of Nigeria. You know why I picked her? I picked her because she's a young woman. Because there is nothing she has done that you cannot do. If you put your heart together, she's Adora Umoji. That's her name. She's an Igbo woman like you and I. Now let's look at her profile. Next slide, please. Adora Umoji, Zenith Bank CEO, is the highest paid banker in Nigeria, in the Nigerian banking industry for 2024. She earned 874 million naira as salaries in 2024, which is 72 million naira per month. To all the ladies who think that the only thing a woman should bring to her marital table is pregnancy and childbirth, read through this lady's biography. Do you know that wrong ideology about foundation of idolatry in terms of challenges in marriage? Be it known to you that Adora is a married woman. She's still married. She has a set of triplets and a set of twins, making a total of 6 children. She's happily married and is still married. And she's still achieving all this. I use her as an example so that people will say, oh, okay, those people. No. And I want to look at her educational background. Very exciting. She has a bachelor's degree in sociology from the University of Jos. She didn't go to Harvard University or Cambridge. She did not even read banking and finance. But what did she do? She understood that she needed to do management courses to support her dream of becoming a banker. So she went also to university, to Bayes University in Abuja, and earned a bachelor's degree in accounting and made first-class honors. She has Masters of Law from the University of Salford, United Kingdom, a Master in Business Administration from University of Calabar, a PhD in Business Administration from University of Calabar, PhD in Business Administration from Apollo's University, USA, Certificate in Economics for business from the prestigious MIT Sloan School of Management in the USA, Strategic Thinking and Management Program at Wharton Business School, USA, Advanced Management Program, Harvard Business School, USA. Isn't she unbeatable?
She is, ma.
You can see a woman who is focused. Did you ever read about her on the pages of the newspaper before she was appointed CEO? She was unknown, privately in the background, doing her work and doing it well. And if you know Zenith Bank like I do, they don't mess up there. You must be qualified, very qualified. This is an example of a woman that has redefined herself from what the societal expectation of the African woman. She has been able to prove that being conscientious, being focused, not listening to noise of what people say, that you can achieve. Look at her salary, 70-something million naira a month. She's bigger than so many companies put together. Next slide, please. We're going to look at womanhood from the biblical dimension too. The Bible has characteristics and roles and responsibilities that God has ordained for women. In the Bible, women represent dignity and worth. They are created in the image of God, reflecting his glory and character. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, it says, these roles and responsibilities are clearly stated there. The biblical woman cooperates with men in a way that honors their unique strength. Recall that when we just started, I asked whether we had only women here, and I was happy, to hear that a man just joined at that point, which means that a woman and a man can collaborate, working together in harmony, whilst maintaining boundaries and respecting one another. In 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 to 4, it is clear there that women exude radiance. A woman's true beauty shines from within, marked by a gentle and quiet spirit that is precious to God. Servant leadership. Women are leaders. Women are wives. They are mothers. They are servants. And more. They are more. And they can be more. All centered on serving others and glorifying God. So let us see those characteristics of inspiring women in the Bible. So next slide. Characteristics of inspiring women in the Bible. We know about the widow of Zarephath, who demonstrated a compassionate heart, kindness, empathy, and care for others. She shared her last meal with Prophet Elijah during famine. The state that we are in our country right now, especially when it comes to food and supplies, it's more or less as if we're in famine, I mean, food is something people can't even afford to eat 3 square meals anymore. Some look out for social occasions to go and sit down and eat, wedding receptions and things like that. They just sit down there quietly and eat. But this widow was so compassionate that even during a famine, she shared her last meal with Prophet Elijah. That is the biblical woman. That is a woman that has compassion for one another. That is our own definition of a redefined woman. The virtuous woman in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1 displayed a discerning mind, valuing wisdom, discernment, and understanding in decisions. Then Job's wife, we all know the story of Job's wife and her resilient spirit, balancing nurture with strength, perseverance, and courage. She went through a lot. She went through a lot in those horrible days that Job's faithfulness was being tested. She went through a lot, but she's remained. Hannah's faithful commitment, prioritizing devotion to God, family, and community. We know how Hannah prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed for a child and promised God. She was steadfast. She did not go to a native doctor. She believed in God and his sovereignty, and that God will give her a son. And she made a promise that this son she would dedicate to God. And he did. And she did. Also, Deborah, the prophetess and judge who led Israel to victory with faith and bravery. So women are leaders, natural leaders, the way God has made them to be. So we need to exercise all this. But sometimes when we read the Bible, we think it happened somewhere that is unknown. It happened in this same world. Stories of where these things happen. We go on pilgrimage and see those places where these things happen. Esther's bravery, the queen who risked everything to save her people, exemplifying courage and strategic thinking. Ruth's loyalty, a dedicated woman who embodied commitment, love, patience, and devotion. Mary's obedience, the mother of Jesus who exemplified trust, surrender to the will of God, and faith in God, and believe in her son, Jesus Christ. Those are the characteristics of inspiring women in the Bible. And I cannot forget Mother Teresa of Calcutta, India, a woman who is an embodiment of service, a woman who picked up the hungry and fed them with food. People she did not know, that was her calling. That's a brave woman. How many of us would eat and remember to share to others who are not so blessed? That is how a redefined woman should behave. Let's go to the next slide. So the biblical women that we've talked about just now, they have succeeded because they embraced biblical values and principles with God-fidence, confidence in God, that with God, all things are possible. And I also challenge you to be God confident. Once you are able to highlight your dream and say, God, this is what I want to do. I want to actualize this dream. Help me. I cannot do it on my own. So when you are confident that God can help you actualize these dreams, just like Esther and Deborah and Mary and Hannah and the widow of Zarephath, we are not different from them. Next slide, please. So how do you really redefine yourself to impact your community? We're talking about our community now, around us. What can you do to redefine yourself to impact your community, and then taking it a notch further to the global market and the global marketplace? The real investment is in yourself. You must invest in yourself. Start where you are. But don't get into the pressure of comparing yourself with others, because each person's journey is different. Start from where you are. Upgrade your skills. If you're a dressmaker, for instance, look for other ways that you can upgrade your skill. Look around. Go for more courses. Learn new ones. Increase your earning power and build disposable income. You see, you need to elevate your value, because it's only when you have elevated your value that you can sustainably chase bigger dreams. What's your value? We see people like what's her name? Hilda Bassi. Hilda Bassi, yes. The lady that won the entered Guinness Book of Records because of her cooking. What she cooked, is it not the same thing you and I cook every day? What did she do differently that made her win that competition? Find out. Those are ways you can upgrade your skills. Have you heard of Vicky James? I'm using local examples. People like you and I. They live in Nigeria. What is it that Vicky James has done that you cannot do? Do you know her training class charges 1 million naira? Are you aware of that? And people are paying. Homegrown. And I'm sure you have other examples that you can even share with us. Maybe when we go into the question and answer session. I just decided to use local examples so that look at our musicians. They're all homegrown. If you know how much people pay to go and watch the video, and the rest of them, Flavor, and the rest of them, you wonder, is it not the same music? Because they have focused on what they're doing. So you need to be focused. You need to create value. And finally, you are game changers. You are the pioneers that the world awaits for innovative disruption. So you need to create the frameworks that don't simply fill the market gaps, but frameworks that can transform your life. Don't go and do copy, 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 copy. Sit down and create your own ideas. Your success today comes from the backbone for enabling your communities tomorrow. So you have to take that pain. So develop confidence and step into your brilliance. Thank you very much. I'll take your questions and your remarks. Thanks for the audience.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much, Ma. Shall we? I want us to
Thank you
all
so much,
unmute our
ma.
microphones and put our hands
Thank you very much,
together.
ma. Thank
Let's
you.
put our hands together. Clap
For
wherever
the
you are. I want to hear you clap.
thank you very
Oh my God, that was great.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so much,
so
ma.
much, Ma. Thank you. Thank you
Well,
again and again. Okay, can we turn off our microphones? Thank you if you have made it this far. And at this point, we're going over to the question session. And how many of us have a question to ask? Who has a question? You can put your hands up. I haven't got anyone in the chat boards. No one has sent over a question. So if you have a question, please put your hand up or kindly put it on the chat box quickly. Perhaps you were carried away listening to the teaching. Does anyone have a question to ask? Can we all hear me?
Yes, I
much.
can.
Okay, so one of the evidences that you understand what was taught or you understood what was taught is that you process it and you're able to come up with a question on how it affects your life. No matter how personal you think it is or how flimsy you think the question is, feel free to ask. And I'm sure our amiable speaker will be happy to address the question. Okay, and that will be it for the question. Anyone has any remark? Anything you want to say? Feel free. Don't be scared. If you have any remark, we
Hello,
will give you the
everyone.
floor.
Hello.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Go ahead. That is
so,
Chidi Majinet.
my name is Chidinma Janet. I'm happy to be here tonight, rather. So, I'm very excited to be among group of women that have come together to share different ideas on how to move forward and how to affect the society positively. So, what I want to say is that although I joined late, sorry about that. So, but what I picked from the presentation is that as women, we own our word and we should stand in our decisions to rule our word. So, what I mean is that whatever you are doing, always remember that the most difficult part of anything is the starting point. So far, you can be able to start, just forget about the rest. It will become a history. So, that is my take. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Lima. Thank you for that remark. Thank you so much. So we've got any other person? We've got a remark, we've got a question here, and I'm going to read it. Ma, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm
So
here.
I'll proceed to reading the question that is on our chat board, that is in our chat board. I think I'm seeing more. Okay. So the question says, in a world where women are men. Okay. In a world where, oh my God, that's just left. I think it got updated. Give me a minute. I'm here. I would try. Okay. I think I got one more question. Okay. In a world where the woman and the man roles have been defined either by religion or society, how can the woman break out of stereotypes that calls her out when she becomes ambitious? So I think the person is basically asking how to break out of stereotypes that hold women down when you dare to dream. Such stereotype, the society, religion, family culture, they tend to call you out. So she is asking how can you like overcome that or break away from such?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Um, the word is not breaking away, but the word should be finding your way, even within the environment that you find yourself. Let me just sound a little funny by saying this. How do you speak to your husband when you want money for a shrebi? How do you do that? Because we often feel that these things are far-fetched. Part of the reason why marriages fail is because there's no communication. And the visions are different. What the woman wants to do is different from what they don't. I mean, when I say vision, what I mean is this. I'm married. We are married. What we want to do, first of all, is that because we can't afford to buy a house, let us pay rent for X number of years and save towards buying land for our house. Two of us have agreed that we're going to buy land, save money together, and buy land together. That's a vision. Sit your husband down and explain to your husband that I'm not saying you should explain to your chief of your village. I'm saying explain to your husband that I have done NCE. That's the certificate in education,
College of
and it will be,
Education.
yes, it will be a good idea for me to go and spend another 2 years and become a full graduate. And I know that means that the family is going to suffer, but it's not my intention that my family suffers. I'd rather, instead of going to campus, let me be going from home. So that at least we live together, wake up together, take care of the children. Once they go to school, I go to school. Make sure I come back and all that. these things are doable. How did Adora Umoji with set of twins working? I've worked in a bank, so I know what it is. It's your life. But she was able to do it because of the cooperation of her husband. Her husband must have seen that this woman is good in the house. She's taking care of me and the children. Why would I be the person to stop her career from blossoming? So we really need to balance some of these things. It's a give and take thing. If your husband says, well, that's a good idea, but we won't be able to accommodate that right now. Remember, we are saving first to buy this land. Can you wait for another 2-3 years? And then after that, you can go to school. Everything is the way you introduce it. How you communicate it is very, very important. It's not a question of, okay, my friend is doing, so why can't I do it? No, it doesn't work. When you start being competitive or start comparing yourself with others, and I spoke about it, because women make these mistakes a lot. They have bought a car, so why are we still, using bus? It doesn't matter. When it's time for you to get your own car, you get your own car. But for crying out loud, let the children go to good schools first. I don't know whether I have scratched that question a little bit. So my main answer is communication. That's my main answer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. That question was from Oroma Unufe. Are you satisfied with the answer, or would you like it to be, would you like her to throw more light on certain aspects? If you would like for that to happen, please raise your hand or put it in the chat box and I will read that. So I will go over to the next question.
Okay.
The next question is from Blessing and it reads, my question is, how would you make a difference when you are limited basically by background? You want to go to school, for example, finance is not available. How would you handle that?
Okay. Another very good question. In my conclusion, I remember I said something like, the real investment is yourself. You need to invest in yourself. Blessing, I challenge you to go and get admission. I challenge you to get admission, and then you tell me that you won't see people that will finance your education. And that's me talking to you. The problem that we assume that nobody wants to help us when we haven't done our bit first. Do you have I don't know the requirements to enter the university. For instance, in my own time, it was 5 credits, including English and math. I don't know whether things have changed. Do you have the requisite qualification to advance your education? That's my question. If you do, go and get that admission. You'll be shocked that people will be around, will be willing to sponsor you. But you haven't tried. If you have tried, we are a community. If you have tried, tell us that you have tried and failed.
That's the essence of the community.
Yes. You have a circle of influence. We talked about diversity. You don't know where that help can come from. But you have to do your own bit. You need to invest in yourself first by doing what? Getting the requirements to be able to get admission into the university. I can't do that for you. I can't sit for the exams for you. You have to do that. You have to determine or decide the course you want to pursue. That's my answer.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Is there Blessing, are you satisfied with that answer, or would you like us to throw more light?
Yeah,
You're satisfied. Great, great. And we have a third question here. She raised her hand. So, Catherine, you have the floor. You can go ahead with your question.
My question is in the chat box
Okay, you
already.
would like for me to read it? All right, please put your hand down. Okay. Mommy talked about not copying others and being original as part of ways to redefine ourselves. Is it possible to admire what others are doing and copy them to impact our community and the global marketplace?
The answer is, you already said the answer. The answer is yes. I only said that you should not copy wrongly. You should still be the biblical woman, that you should still maintain barriers, that you should not go into adultery because you want to be MD of this big company. We should have our boundaries. And I also said that if you're happy with what Hilda Bassi is doing, learn. I give examples. You only know how to cook coconut rice your own way. Learn the Mexican coconut rice and add it to the menu you serve in your house and in your restaurant. And I said, expand your circle of influence, so that you can learn bits and pieces from people, from your family, from your friends, from your co-workers, from your associates, from different people from different walks of life. So if you're happy, like not a few days ago, somebody called me and said, please help my cousin who trained as a manager of a lounge. This people call lounge. Let's say a restaurant.
Hospitality.
Yeah, and this person read computer science. So I just thought, I said, okay, there's this MC that we normally use in my family. We've used him a couple of times and he's good. So I sent him to the MC. And the MC has sent him for an interview somewhere where he knows the people that want to open a lounge, So if he passes the interview, chances are that he'll get a job. That's what he wants to do. But if I look at his CV that he read computer science, I would say that he would be better off in the IT world. But he also trained as a lounge manager, whatever it means, whatever training it is. He's also excited to be that. So at the end of it, the dream is yours. And I say, don't kill your dream. Because there are people really that are making so much money, not from what they studied, but what they have found along the way as their calling. And they have been able to monetize it. There's so many people like that. So I don't know whether I have answered that question.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma. Another hand is raised. That is from Chidima. Chidima, you have the floor. You can ask your question or make your comment.
Okay, yes, ma. I have a question. So, my question is, how do we maintain work-life balance as women? Most of us are career women, and most of us are single, some of us are married. So, sometimes you notice that you are trying to build something at work, you are trying to chase your career. Meanwhile, a part of your life is not balanced. It's looking like some part is dying, your social life is dying or something. How do we strike a balance? That's my question.
I like this question. This is a project I did for Chevron Nigeria when I was there for an internship. The word is balancing. Some people will tell you that there's really nothing like work-life balance. It depends from the angle you are looking at it. What do you want to balance? You want to balance, time that you spend with your families, because the time you spend at work is defined. Everybody knows you have to leave for work in the morning and come back, God knows when, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on the city you are working. Let me share with you what a friend of mine, we were together in the banking industry. On Saturdays, the instruction was given. No, she doesn't see anybody on Saturdays. She stays in her house, cooks for her children, and sleeps. No visitors on Saturdays. That's how she manages her time. So you have to create what works for you. I have my aged parents to take care of. I have my husband and my children to take care of. I have my siblings to take care of. Siblings should also understand the kind of work you do. So they have to help you to be able to help them. And how would they help you? When I support you with school fees, or, please make sure that you come out tops. That's less headache for you, so that you know that your job is just to bring the money. So it's a collective thing. And then your husband, you have to have time for your husband. Otherwise, he tells you to stop the work. How do you do that? Depending. And you see, it's about working smart. It's not really about working hard. We all work hard. So to answer your question, you have to create time. Which one? I always talk about Eisenhower matrix. The matrix that says this is important, this is urgent, this is important, but not very urgent. So that's what you do. You devote part of Sunday and Saturday for Oga and the children. You have to call family people, visit them too. Organize. The most important thing for you as a banker is to organize your home, your kitchen. Because there must be food, whether you are there or not. There must be food, whether you are there. It's when there's no food that Oga will start calling you in the office. He will tell you that the administration in the house has collapsed. That's what they used to tell me in those days. It's only when there's, and make sure that your house helps, those maids, that you treat them well. Please just treat them like your own children, because they will give you less headache. They will take care of your children when you're not there. Give them food. And let me share one advice I was given when I just got married. They said to me, those small house helps they bring from the village, make sure you put plenty of meat in their food. They will keep eating meat. Within 1 week, when you put meat for them, they will tell you that they don't want. And it is true. Because if you don't give them enough, they open the pot and put their hand there and take it. And you don't want that to happen. Make sure you give, they will be tired after a while. Treat them well. When you're going to church, dress them, adjust the way you're dressing your children. Find them nice things and wear them. You go out, you buy Coke for your children, buy for them too, so that your children will take that, this is my sister, this is my auntie. And they will recognize you as their mother. Except in cases where there are people you still can't please when you do all these things. Then you send the person away. But trust me, if you treat them well, they will treat you well, they'll give you rest of mind. Teach them how to cook too. It doesn't mean that, if we can go to restaurants and eat, we don't even know the people that cook the food. And we don't die after eating the food. No one says your house help cannot help you. It's just helping you. You mustn't cook everything. There are basic things that they can cook. I don't know. You have to create time for recreation too. Weekends are for weddings and things like that. You have to attend weddings. You need to socialize. But you have to create it. Something, you say, it's just balancing. Which one is more important? I have 3 weddings. I'm one human being on one Saturday. I cannot attend all. go to the one you want to be there physically. Send presents to the other one. Send somebody. Like my parents used to do. There's someone they normally send, go to this person and do this, go to that person. Because you can't be everywhere at the same time. It's not possible. Most importantly, take care of yourself. You know, women don't take care of themselves. They keep looking for money, trying to do this, open an account, keep putting money there. But you see them, they don't look healthy, they don't look fresh. So it's important. I've worked in a bank. It's a good place to work, but you have to be prepared for what is involved. It trains you. I mean, right now, if you tell me that I have something to do by 5 a.m., I'm already used to it. I'll wake up before 5. I don't even set an alarm. It has a way of disciplining people, and I'm happy. And it's a profession I always recommend to people anyway, because I've been there. I know people will say it's difficult and all that. Which one is not difficult? So that is my reaction to that question.
Okay, Chidima, are you
Thank you very
satisfied?
much, ma. Yes, ma.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much. And
You're
I'm
welcome.
Okay.
single, ma. I'm not married. Thank you, ma.
Okay. All right.
Asking in
Okay, Chidinma.
advance.
Okay, you are not married, yeah?
He's not married yet.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right. So move from that. The next question is a sort of a follow-up question, Ma, to the first question. The
Okay.
question from Oroma Onufe.
Okay.
She is asking, what if the man is jealous of his wife's success, that they block all areas of the wife's advancement, and no matter how the woman tries to communicate, it always ends in quarrels and arguments?
I agree 100% that there are men like that. And I know some of them. And if you are not up to it, you become a problem for yourself, for your own family. You know? I don't know what this particular woman has done to try to speak to the husband or this man. You know, a wise man will encourage a woman who is doing well. But unfortunately, some men are not like that. Some are even envious of their wives, that they are the ones making money. That alone tells that the person is not the jealous person doesn't get it, as Americans will say. You have a woman that is doing well. What you do to support that woman, and ask yourself, what do I do to support you to do even better? I know a woman that is in that same condition who has even tried to support the husband, but the husband doesn't even want to do anything. But a wise man will say, okay, even if he is not doing well, this is what I want to do. Can you support me? And a good woman would like to support her husband. Otherwise, why are you husband and wife? But I do agree that there are some men who they would rather frustrate you, beat you, like the woman they beat to death, the singer. Tell me what somebody that has such a gift will die in the hands of her husband. That tells you a lot. So yes, I am not a candidate for divorce, if that is the line you're going. If a woman decides that she doesn't want to be married again, she has to consider a lot of things. Consider the children, consider the fact that the man may decide, that you don't come even to that family to look for the children. There's nothing you are even going to tell the children that their father did, and that's why you abandoned them, because they will feel abandoned. So you have to think about it. On the other side, if the woman is a batterer, you can kill somebody without planning to do so. If you know that the man always batters you, and there's no change, it progressively gets worse, then you can tell your family to come and see what you're going through, and they will decide on whether they want you to continue to stay there or they want have another plan for you. So that's the way I think I would like to react to that question. But yes, I agree that there are men like that are very, very uncomfortable when their wives are doing well. It shouldn't be. They don't get it. It shouldn't be. You should be happy that your wife is doing well.
Thank you
There's
so much.
no way it is written that it's only a man that can set a woman up. A woman can set a man up too. A woman can start a business for her husband. There's not a husband and wife. Those are
Thank you
some of the ways
so
you can redefine
much.
womanhood. But the husband must be willing to support this woman who is doing well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. I thought you were done. Sorry for that interruption. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Oroma, if your question is not if you're not yet satisfied with the answers, or you would like to talk further on this issue, you are, I don't know, if you are part of the Pink Project platform. If you are not, still feel free to reach out to us, and would definitely, that is why the Pink Project is there. We'll definitely be able to find help some way. All right, so feel free to reach out after this meeting and we'll be able to pick things up with you. Thank you. I'm sure our speaker will be this is like a public place, so I'm sure she'll be happy to sort of share more ideas with you on how to move, to get the help you seek. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you, Ma, for your response. And the last question, I believe, is the last, or is it not? Okay, someone's hand is up, but then there is a question from Precious Ugu, and it reads, as a recent graduate with a hairdressing skill set, though not fully developed due to personal circumstances, what business ideas or opportunity can I explore to generate income before starting my NYC program in November? Well, I would say, Ma, you touch if you can touch on the question as much as you can. I know it's a bit away from the topic, but would also be able to offer more help after this meeting in terms of that. Over to you, Ma.
That's Ugu.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Precious.
Ugu, Precious, tell me, what do you do? What do you do? You're a student?
Precious, are you there? Can you put your hands up, or can
Yes,
you unmute yourself and speak?
yes. A recent graduate, ma.
Oh, recent grad. What did you study?
Social works.
Social work. Okay. So what are things that interest you? I can't tell you what to do. You have to tell me the kind of things you like to do.
Yes, I love writing.
You love writing. Okay, just like
Yes.
me, I love writing too. Okay, what else do you love?
I think that's the basic thing. Nothing else.
But you studied social work?
Yes, yes, ma.
Okay. Can you write ebooks? What is your area of interest? If you're asked to write a book now, what would you like to, on what topic would you like to write on?
What I love writing is actually a literature text.
How do you mean a literature text? You want to write like Wole Soyinka?
Yes, ma. Stories.
I'm asking you these questions because of what you said you want to do. You want to monetize before you
Okay.
go for or you get a job before you go for NYSC. That's why
NYC. Yes,
before you go
ma'am.
for NYSC,
Yes, ma'am.
and they are looking at literature.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Um, do you think that, okay, I'm going to break it down a little bit for you.
Oh,
And
okay, ma'am.
I want you within literature,
Mm.
what
Yes, ma'am.
aspect of literature, can I just come and tap you, wake you up, ask you a question and you answer me?
Uh, it's like I love writing stories.
You love, okay, you love writing stories. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
write story, write, forgive me if I say this. There are some of us that don't like to read very long stories. Why don't you
Yes.
do a book that is a collection of stories, interesting stories?
Okay.
You can do that. People will buy it from you, read it. After reading the first chapter, they want to read the second chapter, and on and on and on. And you can sell the book.
Okay, ma'am.
I wanted to ask you if you know what can you cook? Do you like cooking? Like Hilda Basi?
No.
You don't like cooking, you just like writing. So write a storybook.
Okay, ma'am.
Write a storybook, interesting story. A story that people would like to continue to read chapter after chapter, till the end of the book. That's the sort of
Okay.
thing, something, a story that is engaging.
Okay.
You put people in suspense. They want to know what is going to happen after that
Yeah.
particular, exactly.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. You never know. You can end up being a Chimamanda Adichie. That's another person.
Mm.
Have you read her books?
No, no, no.
You should read her books. She's one of those women. If you read her books, Chimamanda Adichie.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
you're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think that is the last question. Is there anyone I'm missing? No, I don't think so. I think we've been able to take all the questions and remarks, and our time is running out fast. I I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to our speaker today. Thank you so much, Ma. Words are not enough to appreciate you for your time. We understand how busy your schedule is, and you were able to take out this huge amount of time, because this time is not small at all, to come and talk to us today. We are happy. We are grateful. Thank you for being part of us today. And we say, God bless you. And what we want to say to you collectively as the Pink Project um, community is that you're definitely going to be proud of us soon. All the times you have spent today, you're going to see us in the nearest future, and you'll be able to remember all of us and remember today, and you'll be proud.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Ma. We appreciate.
Thank you for having me. I'm,
Let's
equally happy.
great.
Yeah.
Please let's unmute and say we love you, Ma.
Thank you so much, Ma. We love
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ma.
Thank
We
you so
love
much,
you
Ma.
Thank
so
We
you.
love
much.
you.
For
Thank
coming
you. Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
Ma, we
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank
I
you so
love you
much.
too.
I love you too. Okay.
Okay. So as we finalize, we are almost closing, and I want to remind us that the program continues next week, and next week we're going to have another speaker. This is fully packed. Did we enjoy the program today?
Very
Yes,
well.
that's
Very, very
Did we
well.
very
enjoy it?
well.
Very
Did we get
well,
something we are
very
going to be
well.
We
taking home?
We enjoyed everything.
Great. It's
We
good
got
we are
we
taking
got
something
value.
home. Great, great, great. Are we going to be back here next week?
sure.
Oh,
Of
yes,
course.
yes. So
Great. So we are
I will
going to
come
be
very
coming back.
early next week.
Good. So next week, Saturday, the time remains 7 p.m. and invite as many women as possible. We are laying a foundation. We are not taking off on this journey that we are embarking on without the proper foundation. We need to have certain understanding so that we'll be able to
Sure, sure,
take the
sure.
right decisions. We'll be able to take the right steps. We need this understanding. All we are doing now is laying foundations. We are going to be taking off soon. And this foundation we are laying now is what will carry us on the journey we are going to embark on. The journey of redefining womanhood. Womanhood is not what they say women education end in kitchen. That was back then. We can be more. We are more. So we would manifest more. That is the idea. Every barrier that hold women down, will take this opportunity to understand and see those barriers, and then get the opportunity as well. You explore this opportunity as well to understand how to scale through those barriers. I want you to always remember the aeroplane does not take off with the wind. No, it takes off against the wind. So in the journey of becoming, it's not going to be all comfort. It has to be against odds, because there will definitely be things that will try to hold you back. But our plan is to move irrespective of those challenges, irrespective of those things that will be crossing our paths to say you can't do this. We are going to push through those barriers, and we are going to break even, and we are going to become something that we'll be proud of ourselves. God will be proud of us. Our families, our children, husbands, everyone around us would be proud of us. So thank you so much for making our time to attend this evening. I love you all so much, and I expect to see you all back here next week. If you missed any part of the program, the transcripts, the recording, and the YouTube live link will be available soon, and I'll be posting them on the WhatsApp group so you can go back and listen again. Okay, for those of us that joined this live session that are not members of the Pink Project community, I want to tell you that there is. Can someone quickly share our invite link on the chat box? Chidima, please, can you share the invite link on the chat box? Are you able to do that?
All right.
Yes. So look on the chat box. You're going to, I forgot to put that up there since. So if you want to join the Pink Project community, we are more than happy to welcome you to that platform. Feel free to invite other women, but we'll have to like verify them before we add them. Pink Project is just a small community where we women share common interests, and our common interest is what is to succeed. That is all that we want, that we are doing there, to support each other to succeed. So thank you very much for being part of this program and for staying on to this time. I love you all, and I hope to see you all next week. Have a good evening.